Right. Salute the firefighters and the policemen of our country also.
Maverick pass, bringing it out. He's about 4 yards deep in the end zone when he brought it out.
There's one of Joe Andruzzi's brothers there, and then the other two are sitting a little there, and there's an Andruzzi, and there's an Andruzzi. 3 Andruzzis being circled, 3 Andruzzi firefighters, 3 Andruzzi heroes. And to me, they're all heroes.
First and 10 at the 25. Tom Brady, 9 out of 16, the 1 touchdown to David Patton. They need a couple of first downs down.
And the thing that Brady can't do is force anything here because you're still ahead. Don't let that, what happened, make you think you're behind.
Mark Edwards caught the pass with Brady. Let's go down around Pitts.
That right before that Rams touchdown, Lovie Smith, the Rams defensive coordinator, got the entire defense together. He said, listen, this is it. Fourth quarter, we're down 3 turnovers. We need to rip it, strip it, do whatever you can to get the ball back for our offense. Definitely a sense of urgency in full effect on the Rams sideline. Pat?
Never heard it put quite like that. We're down 3 turnovers.
Well, that's the thing that they usually get, and they haven't gotten them today.
Second and 8. Antoine Smith Sullivan regained possession and circle the right side for about 5.
You know, we showed Joe Andruzzi and his brothers there, and Joe Andruzzi's doing a good job today. He and David Woody in the middle, and Mike Compton, and you know that whole offensive line is doing a pretty good job of both protecting for Tom Brady and blocking for Antoine Smith.
That right went out. This place was taken by Grant Williams, and he's done a good job.
Yeah, they've kind of controlled this line of scrimmage pretty much. This is the one where, again, Damian Woody goes to left guard, and the left guard, Mike Compton, becomes the snapper.
Brady fires incomplete and at the punt. The pressure was coming around from Wistrom.
Brady did get rid of the ball. Here we're going to see Leonard Little is coming from this left side. Wistrom came from the right side, and they both met at Blue 12. You go to Blue 12, I'll go to Blue 12, and we'll meet there.
Ray fly deep. Standing back about his 23-yard line. Good snap. Good kick. Chases him all the way back to the 15, but Ray Bly trying to turn something into something big, gets it back to only about the 24. Flag on the play.
I was saying earlier that historically there's not a lot of penalties in the Super Bowl, but there does seem to be an average amount. I wouldn't say an inordinate amount.
Well, we've seen more, certainly.
What's that word, inordinate?
Yeah,
I mean, not an inordinate amount, but there's just an average amount.
Yeah.
Holding.
I guess they're right.
Other return team during the kick will assess the penalty from to take the possession, half the distance to the goal, first down.
It was right there, and he was holding Larry Izzo.
So Jay Briggins.
Izzo still doesn't know where the heck he is.
Couple of pretty good shots.
That's a collision.
Andre Bly at 17-10 with 7:44 left.
Super Bowl Sunday. It's the Malcolm in the Middle that's so big, it had to be an hour. They think this or this with so many stars.
Susan Sarandon, Tom Cruise, Christina Ricci, Terry Bradshaw, Howie Long, Magic Johnson, Heidi Klum, Bradley Whitford.
It could only follow the Super Bowl.
Told my husband that I was insane.
When the big game is over, the real action begins.
That's poison oak. Are you smiling?
I'm smiling.
1 hour Super Malcolm after the Super Bowl on Fox. was the Subway 400, February 24th.
Don't forget to vote for today's MVP on SuperBowl.com. Be a part of the process because your vote counts. Voting deciding the winner only on SuperBowl.com or America Online. Keyword SuperBowl.com.
Well, the Rams need a 93-yard drive here to tie this game. Patriots have to stop them down here or get another turnover.
There has never been a Super Bowl that went into overtime. Warner 21 out of 34, 256 yards, 2 big interceptions.
And then this is a big area here. I mean, if the Patriot defense can hold up here and stop them, then they're going to get good field position. Of course, if they get a turnover, that would be really big. And for the Rams, they have to think, you don't think of 93 yards, you start thinking just get first down.
Ball shifts behind Warner. And Kurt Warner throws. Complete. Torrey Holt with Otis Smith, the defender.
They must think that they can get something out there when Otis Smith is up in tight coverage. You see how tight Otis Smith is? They must think that because he turns his head or something, that they can just throw the ball right over his hat. And they've tried that 3 or 4 times, and I think the most success they've had on it was a pass interference.
And he's also 36 years old. They must figure he can't run.
Yeah, but they're not taking deep, though. I mean, they're only throwing it about 4 or 5 or 6 yards when he's up there in that press cover.
2nd and 10. Bruce in motion. Here's Warner back to throw. Has time and lots of it. The pass is caught by Holt. Gets out of bounds and stops the clock with 7:34 left.
And Roman Pfeiffer was right there to make the tackle. Roman Pfeiffer's been in this league for 11 years and played all those years with the Rams when they were a bad team. He leaves and they get to be a good team. Watch Kurt Warner, Pat, how he moves the ball as he goes back. And that's all about a grip. He's moving it and rotating it to get the proper grip on it before he throws it.
He's only got one finger on the laces. That's the little finger. The index finger's over the point of the ball.
And that right thumb is still bothering him.
3rd and 3, and Warner started to lead, and he does. Complete the pass and out of bounds goes Isaac Bruce. And if they mark it where he went out of bounds, which they won't, he got the first down.
As you said, Kurt Warner, just before he threw that, he looked like he was going to run, didn't he? He looked like he was going to run to the right. Isaac Bruce comes over here in motion, comes all the way, and then goes all the way back. Ty Law is on a man-to-man. Law came all the way across with him in motion, and then he started back crossing the way he just came.
First down. Warner back. Chase gets away from the pressure. He is really hit. Kurt Warner took a shot. Helmet came loose, but he is tough, some tough guy.
And I think a lot of other stuff came loose on that one. That was Willie McGinnis, and that was the thing where it was no pass rush, it was good pass protection, but it was good coverage because he had no one to throw to. And then he had to wait and wait and wait for someone to get open, and while he was waiting, Willie McGinnis got in that position to put that thing on his helmet.
He got rocked and then sandwiched.
But see, he had time. I mean, he had all the time in the world, but there was no one open.
Patriots. Here comes a safety blitz. Warner throws, has a man open. It's Ricky Proehl, close to midfield.
These guys are something. What do you do against Kurt Warner? Are you going to blitz him? Here's Ricky Proehl right here. Here's the blitz. He knows that someone left that area. We talk about guys that can run pass patterns and run full speed on their breaks. Ricky Proehl also did that.
He knows how to get open.
And he got open against Ty Law, too. That wasn't some backup safety or something.
1st and 10. Kurt Warner's been hit 11 times. Looking, gets it outside to Robinson. Gets It's out of bounds. And the Patriot 40, another Ram first down.
You know, you have to remember that this thing started on the 7-yard line. I said they had to go 93 yards to tie the game, and they're in that mode right now. And again, it's all about pass protection because Kurt Warner is getting way too much time. And then he's able to come off to someone short like he does to Robinson here, but his wide receivers aren't getting open. There's nothing there for him to throw to, and he has plenty of time.
Robinson was about the 5th option. The handoff is the ball, and there's nothing there.
They were going to hit that one. Mike Vrabel read that one. He said, you aren't going anywhere. I was talking about being out here early, about 3 hours before the game. Mike Vrabel comes out, and of all the guys, he comes out with Drew Bledsoe. And Drew Bledsoe throws passes to Mike Vrabel, and he runs pass patterns.
And there's Drew Bledsoe getting loose.
Bledsoe told me he had a vision that he was going to play in this game, and the Patriots were going to win.
Course, Brady is loosening up also. Again, Warner has time. He's chased. Now he's down by McGinnis. Willie McGinnis. Warner looking and searching for somebody to throw to. Couldn't find anybody, and finally McGinnis got there.
And that's why you like the Willie McGinnis, the speed of it. You look downfield, and this is what he sees, and you can see that all his receivers are plastered. He had something maybe here. But again, you not only have to have it open, but you have to see it open. And the good thing about Willie McGinnis is he can run. And if you start to run and you're going to move in the pocket, Willie McGinnis can run and catch it. You see here, he's blocked. But watch right here when he takes off the speed that he has to make that play.
Big 3rd and 25. And New England takes their last timeout, so there are no timeouts left in this game unless we go to overtime. 4 minutes, 1 second.
I was just going to say, Pat, what that means until, from this point on, if there's a call that either team would want to challenge, they can't challenge it. Now, in the last 2 minutes, we know that it would be initiated by replay booth. But in these 2 minutes with no timeouts, you cannot challenge.
In just 3 short weeks, the world's best drivers return to Fox to the Subway 400 at the Rock. Brace yourself for 13 weeks of exciting NASCAR Winston Cup action like you've never seen it before. The Subway 400 at the Rock, February 24th, right here on Fox.
When was that, Bob?
Warner's finger was jammed. You saw him flinch when the ball hit it. He just walked away. There it is, 4th down. 3rd and 25. Beg your pardon. Flag on the play. Somebody move. A conference. We're getting close to inordinate.
Neutral zone infraction, 93 defense. 5-yard penalty, still 3rd down.
Richard Seymour.
Richard Seymour has been very active. I mean, he's a rookie #1 draft choice. You see what Kurt Warner's done here today. Super Bowl back. The quarterbacks have thrown for 300-yard passing yards in the game 12 times.
Don't think too many of those were in a losing cause, however. Here's Warner with all times and time again and throwing incomplete. And no flags this time. Torrey Holt was the intended receiver. And the Rams offensive unit stays on the field.
And again, it's been about the pass coverage. I think they're going to punt here, Pat. I think that, with 4 minutes, you want to put them down and then get a full set of downs.
You're right. Here comes Baker.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to take one more shot and then let the Patriots have this field position here. I think you punt and then you rely on your defense.
Troy Brown back deep. This is a high, good kick by Baker. Troy just going to watch it sail into the end zone, and the Patriots will take over at the 20. 3 3:44 left. The Patriots up by a touchdown. Highlights of the first half. Turnover. There's a big interception. The Patriots got ahead. That time, the Rams led 3-0. That made it 7-3. Here's the touchdown pass from Brady to Pat. That put them up 14-3. Warner. Fumble. But there was a holding call, a violation against the Patriots, so the Rams got 4 more chances, and Warner scampered in. Antoine Smith.
Yeah, I think what the Rams did by punting is they said, we know that they don't have any timeouts left, but there's plenty of time. I mean, they're going to get a timeout if they can stop them. They get a timeout and change of possession. You know, you get a timeout at the 2-minute warning. So even though they don't have any timeouts, there's still a couple there, but they can't allow the Patriots to get a first down.
Clock runs with 3:15. 2nd and 11. Antoine Smith lost the yard. Brady points. Smith's the deep-back. And Brady's going to throw it. Throws it to Smith, who's hit immediately. Got just a few yards. London Fletcher brought him down.
And there's that swarming Ram defense back. There's no timeouts. Again, this is you see that the Ram defensive line, how they stun, and now when you throw those checkdowns, London Fletcher, who's getting back, will let you catch stuff in front of him, but then they're all going to collapse on it right there. Both Davis and Fletcher.
3rd and long.
This is a big play in this game.
It certainly is. They need 8 for a first. Brady's up under center. Brown goes in motion. Pitches back to Antoine Smith. He won't get that first down, and the Patriots will have to punt.
They'll get a timeout here at the 2-minute warning, and then after the punt, they'll get another timeout at the change of possession.
So 2 minutes left. The Patriots leading the Rams by 7.
Super Bowl 36 on Fox is brought to you by Cadillac, the official vehicle of Super Bowl 36.
Taco Bell announces a revolutionary steak, the S-Class. The new 2002 steak quesadilla has unmatched flavor dispersion thanks to marinated carne asada steak. Other luxury appointments include 3 melting cheeses to rev up your taste buds and a toasty grilled tortilla. No wonder Steak Enthusiast magazine calls it a tasty triumph of culinary engineering. Bite into the new steak quesadilla today and see how it feels to think outside the bun.
I helped murder families in Colombia.
It was just innocent fun.
I helped kidnap people's dads. Hey, some harmless fun.
I helped kids learn how to kill.
I was having some fun, you know. I helped kill policemen.
I was just having fun.
I helped the bomber get a fake passport.
All the kids do it. I helped kill a judge. I helped blow up buildings. My life, my body. It's not like I was hurting anybody else.
When Henry coaches Peabody football, that's your official cup.
Drink out of it?
He's gonna need some help from his friends. Play the football? Try Super Bowl MVP. Marcus Allen guest stars on an all-new Bernie Mac, 9, 8 Central, Fox Wednesday.
He hit the boy so hard he's talking in tongues.
It can happen at any school, at any time. Tomorrow it's happening at Boston Public.
They want revenge on all the jocks and teachers who have picked on them.
I've notified the police.
We're going into lockdown.
Explosives were found in the basement.
A bomb.
Everybody out.
Evacuate now.
My God.
The Boston Public you can't miss. All new tomorrow.
2 minutes left in Super Bowl 36. Pat Summerall and John Mann. There has never been a punt return for a touchdown in the Super Bowl. Back deep is Trey Bly for the Rams. End over end, tough to handle kick. Takes a Ram bounce, but there's a flag on the play.
When that flag was almost launched, wasn't it?
Yep.
You think it would have been flying about 30 yards across the field. What he has is a hole. He hasn't pointed in any direction yet.
But he's very, very positive about it.
And his eyes are very big.
Yep.
So he must have a good one. It's only a 30-yard punt.
Well, it is fast, certainly. Bernie Kukar. It's holding against the Patriots.
Holding 34 of the kicking team. That penalty is declined. First down, St. Louis.
Penalty declined. And so the Rams will take it over in pretty good shape. It was called against Bucky Jones. First and 10 for the Rams at their own 45.
And these Patriot defense has been doing it all day. They haven't been getting the pass rush lately. Kurt Warner, I was just watching him on the sideline, and that thumb is really bothering him.
He was flexing it, stretching it.
And when it bothers him, he can't throw deep because it affects his grip.
Three-man rush. Warner. Raj Hakeem was down the sideline. Picks up about 10 extra. To the 37.
Good move by Oz Hakeem. You know, you get to that sideline, a lot of times they expect that you're just going to go out of bounds. And if you stay in bounds, you can always make bigger plays. But you fake them the outside, don't step out of bounds, come right down that line. Here's what I was talking about, Pat, here with Kurt Warner. You can see that thumb, that he's trying to stretch it out, that he got it popped a couple times today.
Yo Murphy just checked in to the Ram offense. That's deep. And they drop it out to Yo Murphy. And they get another first down.
I think they planned that all the way. The Yo Murphy was the guy. As you said, they bring him in and they put him in the backfield right there. They come on a blitz, they just dump it out. Yo Murphy, a wide receiver, line him up in the backfield and throw him on a loop. You see they have Marshall Faulk is there. He's the first guy. And then they put Yo Murphy on the outside of Marshall Faulk. Swing Marshall Faulk up and Yo Murphy outside.
First 10 for the Rams at the New England 26. Minute 37 left. Warner lost it. And Ricky Proehl is going to score. Ricky Proehl has come up with some big ones. None bigger than that one. From 26 yards out from Kurt Warner.
Yeah, how about Kurt Warner's big ones that he's come up with? Maybe nothing bigger than that. Here's Ricky Proehl right there. You see it, it's a little pick. Start inside, Ricky Proehl goes to the outside, makes a move there into Bucky Jones, and takes him back to the inside. Watch this move he makes up to Bucky Jones right there. See, he stops, cuts, Jones reaches out, Ricky Proehl runs right through it, and dives into the end zone.
Wilkins for the extra point.
This is what Super Bowl is supposed to be.
It's tied at 17. The Rams come roaring back.
You can see Kurt Warner here. Again, I think he is having a tough time gripping the ball. But when he gets a wide open guy like Ricky Proehl is so wide open there, he is not going to miss him.
Remember that catch against Tampa Bay in the NFC Championship game a couple of years ago? Which one is bigger? That one he just made or that one against Tampa Bay?
You're going to see it right out here. You see the two guys go with the inside receiver and no one goes with Ricky Proehl. You see that inside? So there's Ricky Proehl free. They have two guys go with one guy and no one goes with one guy.
And that guy knows how to get open and get in the end zone.
The other funny thing about that drive is Marshall Faulk, Isaac Bruce, or Torrey Hall didn't touch the ball on that drive. And the guys you'd think, well, those are the guys they're going to go to. They didn't go to those guys.
A minute and a half. The Patriots have no timeouts left. Wilkins gets it off. a good block. But the Ram coverage is good.
Look at this, Ricky Prohl, that play that he made. He's a fourth wide receiver. And remember when Dick Vermeil was coaching the Rams, he said he's one of our most valuable players. He's not a starter. He's not the third wide receiver. He's the fourth, but he lets us do a lot of things.
This is a guy we got to find a place for. Mike Martz said the same thing.
Now with no timeouts, I think that the Patriots with this field position, you have to just run the clock out. You have to play for overtime now. I don't think you want to force anything here. You don't want to do anything stupid because you have no timeouts and you're backed up.
Brady's in the shotgun, and he's going to throw it. Nothing stupid. Gets it up. J.R. Redmond. That's complete. Gets out to the 21.
I don't agree with what the Patriots are doing right here. I would play for overtime. If I had good field position, I would. But in this field position, I would play for overtime.
Now, just a minute. They have no timeouts left. Brady again throws. That's the Redmond again. And that'll move the sticks, but that doesn't stop the clock.
Well, Tom Brady, he wants to get him lined up so he can just throw the ball down and stop the clock as he did right there. This guy's really cool, though. I mean, I've been impressed watching Tom Brady on film and in television games and so on, but the way he's played in this game today, he has been very, very impressive with his calmness.
Terry listening on the sideline.
They need about 40 more yards before they're going to be in field goal range.
Here's Brady. Not much pressure. Throws out to Redmond again. Redmond gets the first down.
I think more importantly than getting the first down is if he got out of bounds and stopped the clock. And now I kind of like what the Patriots are doing.
Have some unpleasant memories in some ways and some pleasant. In that other overtime game back in 1958 that I was playing.
Well, the Rams are getting a little too loose, I think, with their defense. When they had them backed up, you think they would have pressured them a little more.
Here they come. And Brady throws. Incomplete. He just got rid of it. Pressured by Tommy Polley.
You're going to see here that they're going to overload this side, and they're coming from the blitz right here. They have two free rushers, and Tom Brady better get rid of that ball. What happened since that fumble return was called back to a penalty. 10:09 in the fourth, and the Rams would outscore it.
They say that penalty was large.
And it's been 14-0 for the Rams since that point.
That's right. Here's Brady again. The middle caught, and it's Troy Brown, and he gets out of bounds, and they might be in Vinatieri's range with 21 seconds left.
This is amazing. This is something, and I'll admit that as a coach and as an analyst, I don't think they should have done, but they had the guts. They have a young quarterback, and they did it. They were backed up. They were inside their own 20. They had no timeouts left, and they're calling these plays, and not only calling these plays, but making these plays. At some point, when you're in the Super Bowl, you have to let them all hang out. And I'll say this, Charlie Weiss and this Patriot team, they are letting it all hang out.
Right now, it would be a 53-yarder. Here comes the blitz, and here's Brady. He dumps it to Wiggins down to the 30, and now no question about it, they are in range, but they've got to hurry. Maybe he can spike it right here and stop the clock.
That's what he'll do. He'll spike it here.
7 seconds. They got Vinatieri in range.
I'll tell you what Tom Brady just did gives me goosebumps.
He has certainly got plenty of distance. I was watching him before the game, and he was... Well, he they pull that one in pregame, but most of them he hit in pregame, and he doesn't miss many. This would be from 48 yards out.
And this has been a year of Vinatieri and making some great kicks against the Raiders. Two of the greatest kicks that I've ever seen in my life.
Here comes one of greater importance, and he makes it. And it's right down the pipe. Adam Vinatieri. No time on the clock, and the Patriots have won Super Bowl 36. Unbelievable.
That's the way you should win a Super Bowl. I mean, they come in here against all odds. They were backed up, they had no timeouts, and they drove the ball down and got in field goal position. That was a great, great drive.
Tell you what, there's Bob Kraft, Robert Kraft, the owner of the Patriots. Oh. Find me somebody to hug. Bledsoe and Brady.
I tell you, Tom Brady is one of those guys who will headbutt you to get ready for a game, and he looks like he'll headbutt you to finish a game. But you know, the thing is about how calm he was on that whole drive.
Yeah.
And Vinatieri, you just knew it was his year.
Oh, yeah. That ranks up there, that victory by the Patriots. Ranks up there with Namath. When the Jets beat the Colts. In fact, Namath said this week that he thought the Patriots were going to win.
Well, you know, as an old AFL guy, and of course I coached the Oakland Raiders when we were in the American Football League, and I was happy when the Jets won and Joe Namath won, and it's kind of nice to see an original AFL team, the New England Patriots. Of course, they were the Boston Patriots in the AFL, and see an old AFL team win a Super Bowl.
Well, they won it in very dramatic fashion. Adam Vinatieri with the game-winning field goal. And that last drive, how many times will that be replayed?
I don't know. It was amazing because, you know, I'm on record as saying I don't think they should have done it. I would have just played for overtime. Bill Belichick didn't think that. Charlie Weiss didn't think that. Tom Brady didn't think that. They made plays. He made plays. As I said, they let it all hang out. When you have to let it all hang out, and doggone it, more power to them. This is great.
I thought that's what they were going to do as well. You weren't alone. I thought that's what they do. Send it into overtime.
And I'm sure that there's a lot of them saying that we didn't come all the way down here to New Orleans to play overtime. They didn't come here to tie. We came here to win this thing.
Coming up on the Pontiac Excitement postgame show, JB, Terry, Howie, and Chris will have the presentation of the Lombardi Trophy, interviews with players from both teams, highlights, and final thoughts. That's all coming up on the Pontiac Excitement postgame show.
We will present the Vince Lombardi Trophy, emblematic of the world champion of Super Bowl 36, Bob Kraft, and the New England Patriots. Mr. Kraft, let me get your lovely wife Myra in here. Mr. Commissioner, go right ahead, sir.
Bob, you played a super opponent today. You concluded an extraordinary season with a game for the ages. I know it fulfills a lifetime of dreams for you, for your family, for Coach Belichick and your players.